Hello.
Didn't see you there.
I literally hate that. They do that in the shows. Delicious. Oh, hello. I didn't happen to notice the entire camera crew and that $3,000 thing being shoved in my face.
You know, we didn't see them because it's just a microphone. There is no one to see.
Hence the name.
No, we can't do that. We have to Not yet.
Not yet. We have to explain to everybody what we're doing.
Yeah, and then we'll...
I didn't even start the timer. So unprofessional.
You're the worst. I quit.
I'm the one doing all the work. Quit touching my door.
And I just walk right out and never hear from me again.
I don't need you.
I can do my own podcast. I'll just do 2 voices.
There's probably somebody already doing that. They're probably rich.
Hi, John.
Hi, Zach.
How are you today?
Well, I had some bad milk, so my stomach's feeling a little icky.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's awesome, dude. So, hello, I'm JaqDanical.
And I'm Dry Zechariah.
And welcome to our podcast, Hence the Name. Since it's our first episode, we wanted to run you down
Why?
the checklist. And, well, we can tell them why we're doing it later.
No, why we call it Hence the Name.
Well, that too.
We should do that at the beginning.
That was more important.
Yeah, we should do that at the beginning, kind of.
Well, of course. The show's called Hence the Name because at the start of every episode, we're going to do a cold opening because we just kind of sit here with the microphone talking for a bit, and I just click the mouse and the record button.
And then while we're talking, with something interesting, if one of us says something interesting, the other person can say "Hence the name," and then that'll be the title of the episode. Hence the name.
Yeah, that's why the show's called Hence the Name. So he'll be like these damn peanut butter bats. Hence the name.
And
so the title of the episode is Peanut Butter Bats.
Damn peanut butter bats.
Oh, thank you.
Gotta do
So why is it called Damn Peanut Butter Bats? Because we said it.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
So, hence the name, hence the name. I guess, and we're just...
So I guess hence the name's the name of the first episode.
Yeah, that's the name of the first. It's like self-titled debut albums for artists where they just go...
I'm okay with that.
It kind of annoys me.
Does it depend on the band? Like, I didn't mind the Gorillaz' first album was called Gorillaz.
I like...
Okay, that actually sounds dumb now that I say that.
I like band. I like... Just come up with a title.
Be creative. Like, sitting over there somewhere, like, the They Might Be Giants album, Nanobites.
But what was their first album? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure the first album was called They Might Be Giants.
Yeah, usually first albums are just self-titled. It's just the name of the band and that.
It's not horrible. It's just kind of... It's not very creative.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on, artists. We could do better than you.
No, we can't.
We could try.
We could try.
What if you made an effort? We might be able to actually do it.
We're not going to be able to do it.
We're not going to be able to do it. Let's just give up now.
Alright, well, you hear that? He wants to give up now. Podcast over. See you next week. Bye.
Click. Well, that was stupid.
Yeah, what?
Why did we think we could ever do that?
I don't know. Jeez. You're probably the least qualified people to run a podcast. Jeez.
So the next segment, we just kind of talk about ourselves. It's our first episode, so just kind of talk for a minute. I'm JaqDanical. I play video games. I also like making video games. I sit here in my computer, in front of my computer. I'm not in the computer. Well, actually, I would be in the computer because I like building computers too.
Enough with the double entendre, Taylor.
Well, sorry. Don't use my real name.
But you just edit that out and you can just put Jack in.
I don't care. People know you're Zach. Of course, your name kind of gives it away.
Damn it!
Yes, my name's Taylor, but you can call me Jack. That's
his moniker.
That's my monocle. Yes, indeed. Thank you.
I am Dry Zechariah. I am just one giant green amorphous blob.
You're green?
Yeah.
I've never noticed in the light.
Well, you're colorblind, so...
How do you know that?
Well, because you didn't know I was green.
Oh my god.
Oh my blob. Yeah, so yeah, that's us.
I make games, I play games, I build computers.
And I do nothing with my life.
Except sit in front of the computer and ironically read comics and watch videos and stuff. You sit on your butt not following your dreams while you watch other people follow theirs.
Yeah, it kind of works though. I'm living vicariously through them. I think that's a word.
As long as they succeed, you feel proud of yourself.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you do that thing. I feel good about you doing that while I'm doing nothing because that would take too much effort. This is just draining me even.
Oh my god, this podcast just
sitting down and just
talking?
sitting
and talking with my best friend.
This is horrible. Why would I want to do this? Why? Why did I agree to this?
Who does this? So enough about us, because no one cares about us.
No, we fucking suck.
Let's get on to a fun part of the show called Speak Out.
Okay.
We have grab the paper.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I have to let them know that I'm grabbing the paper. Fun sound effects.
So, we have a newspaper in our town. Not the... Stop it. Not the regular local news. That would be the Times Union. That's a professional, all that sort of stuff. Stop it! You're screwing up the audio.
I don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm the one that has to normalize this shit. Then we have the cheap paper. I think it's literally called the paper or whatever. Yeah, that's real creative. That goes back to the whole CD thing. Mm-hmm. We're gonna make a newspaper. We'll call it the paper.
It's a local news. Like my grandma made 30 cookies a day at a bake sale, kind of local.
They print off millions of them, and then they're just sitting in little bins all over town. It just says "Take one."
So we take one, and in the paper they have a segment called "Speak Out," where sometimes ignorant people can voice their unneeded opinion about things, and we are going to read them to you.
We're going to read one. They're awesome. We found one that's definitely qualifies as the ignorant, but there's other stuff. Like, we read this one, this guy's just like, I'm an American, and I like that. That's cool. It's like, okay.
Or, people are jerks, or, hospital keeps sending me bills, whatever. So,
We'll read the ignorance. What's it called, dude?
Today's Speak Out is called Simpler Times. Things used to be a lot simpler. We can't change time. There are a lot of good things to the internet, but there are a lot of bad things too. I have one friend who every time she looks at the internet, she gets all bent out of shape because they say bad things about her. That's why I don't have a computer. I go to the library and use theirs because I just don't want to see that. There are enough bad things going on in the world, let alone seeing them on the internet. There are a lot of good things too. If you need information, it's there. But we can't go back. You have to live one day at a time and do your best. Start having inspirational music. That's the problem with getting older. You see the way things were and the way they are now, and they are not the same. So yeah, it's
I have one friend.
One singular friend.
Are we just assuming it's a woman?
No, I'm not. I think it's like an old crotchety man.
Because these don't tell you anything, like their name, their address, nothing. That would be funny. Tim on Center Street. It's like, let's go kick his ass. We just assume it's some old lady. I have one friend. So is she just saying like, well, I have this one friend who does this thing, or is she just clearly saying, I have one friend?
I have exactly one friend. That one friend is apparently a giant piece of shit. Because whenever that one friend goes online, every single person is just ragging on her and can't.
Because you can't just assume, like what it says, like every time she goes online, people give her shit. It's like, well, you can't just assume that your friend is always the innocent one.
Mm-hmm.
If I walk into a crowd of people and tell all of them to go screw themselves, of course some of them are going to look at me and they're going to yell and get mad and crap.
Of course I'm going to get my ass kicked a little bit. You know, it's just like...
My favorite part is where she clearly, like, implies that, well, if you go to the library and you use their computers, you won't see the crap that's on the internet.
You won't see the bad stuff on the internet because the library has a filter system. Everyone knows this. It's...
If you go on Google and you type in, what does the internet think about me? It blocks out all. You just get all these little posts of, we love you, you're amazing. That filter would need to be cleaned
every day,
every minute,
every like 2 hours. I wouldn't want to be the janitor with that job.
Cleaning out computer filters?
Yeah, that would be gross.
Now I kind of want a picture of that. just like internet stuff. It's just like a monitor or something, and it's just a picture of this guy's hand, and it's a screen filter, and he's spraying it out with the hose, and you see like curse words or something flying out the other side.
I know.
If I knew anything about art or whatever, I would make that. That sounds really cool. I kind of want a poster of that now. At the bottom, it just says the internet.
Yes.
So that was Speak Out. That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. We need a better way to segue into these kind of things because we're just kind of stopping.
We'll grow into it, just like we grow into this article we read. That didn't mean anything. I'm sorry.
Second time I'm leaving the show.
So
one episode, I already didn't want to leave twice.
Can I talk?
No.
Fine.
5 minutes of silence.
Just 20. The next 20 minutes, just 20 minutes of silence.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
We just turn my fan on. It's just. That was like the best NSYNC fan noise ever. So gaming news, just news in general. It doesn't always have to be gaming. It just happens to be.
Bye Bye was Backstreet.
No, Bye.
Was it NSYNC?
That's an NSYNC song.
Yeah, okay, so I did do it right. Okay.
We were in sync. Bye. You're stupid.
I'm the dumbest.
And that's why you're my best friend.
To make you feel smarter.
Can we talk about the fact that Valve, the owners of Steam, have given developers the power to ban people?
Okay.
That wasn't even a segue. That was like a whole tricycle.
I was just like, okay. So, what are you for this? Are you against this? What are your...
So the whole situation, just so they and us are both clear, is I make a game, and all these people play it.
Yes.
There's this guy, he's an ass-tard. And I go, okay, you need to be banned. So I tell Valve he needs to be banned, so they do something with his Steam account. Mm-hmm. So if you're banned from the game, they, like, put a thing on his library.
Do they already do that with, like, TF2 and, like, if you cheat with, like, on a VAC server? Like, do they ban you from playing TF2 ever again?
Well, there's a difference between, like, obviously, like, a ban and, like, a perma-ban.
Yeah.
Which we haven't gotten those answers yet.
Yeah, and another thing is, like,
because that's an interesting area. I like the idea. It's like, if you just get so many strikes, it's just like, get out. Mm. Nobody wants you in this community. But just the idea...
I'm afraid... I want to be cautiously optimistic, because this could be a really good thing for trying to make friendlier communities.
Yeah, let's do the good and the bad.
Like, so this could be a really good thing. It's like, oh, we have a bunch of assholes playing this game, and they're cheating, and they're making it miserable for everyone. We're going to ban them so that the cheaters can't play the game. That's good.
Payday 2 has a really good community. That's my favorite thing about it. All those, like, I've shown you, like, my recordings or whatever, people who've cheated and done their crap. Mm-hmm. There aren't very many people. And then Overkill even put in a system where it detects, like, your different files. It puts the word cheater over your name.
Really?
I've logged into a game a couple times. The host of course, they're infamy level 25, so they're all maxed out and crap, and I'm only 6, so they obviously cheated. Right above their name in red text, it just says cheater.
Shouldn't that be a badge of honor for a game about thieves?
Oh my god, you're so right.
Shouldn't that be like, you're the ultimate criminal, so we should all be trying to get the cheater tag?
Oh my god, you're so right. That's really funny.
I think it's kind of funny that
a game about robbing banks and stuff. It's like, oh, you're a cheater. My weird thing about that whole permaban thing is just like, I don't want to play devil's advocate really for if you're really an asshole. But it's like, you still paid for that.
Yeah, at the same time,
if you went on your Steam library, it's just
like
I'm gonna play my game, and you paid $60, and it's even if it's either gone from your library or it's there, and you click it, and that little pop-up comes up.
Yeah.
When you download it, there's a little thing that tells you about DirectX and stuff. If a pop-up came you're not allowed to play this.
I mean, if it refunded your money, you're banned, but we'll give you your money back. Because that doesn't even...
But then people could exploit that, buy a game. That would be, that'd be really weird, but it's still It's still a possibility. I'm just throwing that out there. Purposely get banned so that you get your refund.
Oh, you gotta get the $60 back, and I'm just gonna spend again on Steam.
How would you even pull that off?
Okay.
Well, crack my knuckles. Well, time to be a dick.
I mean, also, another thing that's okay, let's say that I said something bad about a game developer, but they published a game that I really want to play. But I don't really like what the game developer does. There's just some aspect of them that's kind of seedy. And I make it known, and I have a big enough voice. Hey, guys, just beware of this guy, or beware of this company. And then they just ban me from their games because they don't agree with me, even though I want to still...
Like the day one Gary's incident with Total Biscuit?
Yeah.
If that was a big multiplayer game, and they found out his video that showed them the game was bad, it's and he went to play in more to learn more stuff, they just told Valve, Total Biscuit? Yeah, that's the name of the account. That guy's banned. And then, based on the article we read, Steam doesn't even investigate. It's just like a knock on the door from the boss.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, someone named... We need to ban a guy. What's his username? Total Biscuit. What's the game? Day one Gary's incident. Total Bit. And then the guy, Steam's just gonna hit enter.
Yeah, then
Valve's just gonna hit enter, and it's just done.
And then let's say later on that person makes a really good. He actually makes a really good game, and he's just well, no, fuck Total Biscuit. I'm just gonna ban him outright from this.
When can you ban a player?
Yeah, it's
that's an interesting thing to think about. Can you make a blacklist?
I think there's too much stuff up in the... I want to be cautiously optimistic that this is going to be used for the greater good, and it's going to make toxic communities better.
Agreed.
But it's very, very easy to see this going...
With all good things, there are bad people that can take advantage of them.
But I think with the Steam modsing that just happened, and how Valve listened to the people when everyone said, we don't want this shit.
And they got rid of it.
I think if it got really bad, that would happen here too.
Can we also point out the fact that it just seems really lazy?
Yeah.
Even just a little bit. Valve just announced that there's a system that's just as far as banning goes on their service, the developers can handle it. We're not going to do anything. It's not terrible. It just sounds really lazy.
I don't know. It's just I can understand that.
I wish they would give people more control. They've talked about being customer oriented. I've still read some old stuff. I like the ideas of the tag system, but even that got screwed up because you could name a game a walking simulator, and they banned that tag.
Okay.
And it's but Dear Esther is a walk. That's a very usable tag. even if it's like a joke, if they got rid of it, well, fine, get rid of that one, whatever. I read that Uplay. There was a tag for Uplay. That got banned. That's important information.
That is important information.
What's this game? This game's action. It's shooting. Oh, and also, when you launch this game, it's going to open another service.
Yeah.
That's important. People need to know that. And I know it's not this huge deal, but when I play a game, it's just like every time I click, I would click Far Cry 3. You minimize Steam, you open Uplay. It's like why doesn't Steam just launch it?
And then it closes.
Yeah, some people had that problem. You click play in Steam, it shuts Steam off. It opens Uplay. It says opening Steam. It shuts Uplay. Open Steam. It's just a carousel of shit. Crazy.
Yes.
Indeed.
That is indeed crazy. Is there anything else? What's else on the list of things?
Well, we explained our opening and who we are and what we do. We explained who we are and what we do. We spoke out. And there was a relevant news article that we were interested in sharing with them.
Spoke out with your coke out.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Me neither. That's a perfect way to end the show.
Alright.
Well, anybody, thank you for listening to the, I feel really dumb. I almost called it the nonsense. It's like, what is wrong with me? Thank you for listening to Hence the Name. I'm JaqDanical.
I'm Zachariah, and donate to our Patreon that isn't up yet. It's going to be, but it's not up yet. But so once it is, start get ready to donate. Oh no, we're gonna hype it up.